Chilling tales for dark nights.
Want to make sure you never miss a Chilling Tales for Dark Nights video again? Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell to turn on notifications.
Alright, so I just got this new job, right? You know, I've been broke for a minute, man. I've been looking for a job. Man, I've been doing applications. I'm on all the sites. I'm on Indeed, Career Builder, Monster. You know, even I think Facebook got like a job. I've been looking for jobs on the Facebook market. Man, I'm talking about Craigslist. You know, now Craigslist, that's your last resort, man. When you done went through everything you can find, then you go turn to Craigslist. And that's when I really messed up. I went to Craigslist looking for a job because, you know, you do all this searching and you done these big, long, crazy 2-hour applications. And then, you know, at the end of the application, they ask you to do that most likely and most unlikely and all that stuff, man. You know, all them crazy, redundant questions, man. You know, asking stuff like, do you believe all people are trustworthy? Like, yeah, I strongly disagree, or I barely disagree. That's stupid, man. You know, don't nobody talk like this in real life. You know, yeah, I strongly agree that most people are No, you can't trust nobody. So, you know, you just got me on this thing spending 2 hours doing this thing, and I'm on here just lying, and you ain't finna even give me an interview anyway. So, you know, I got tired of going through that, man. Going through that over and over and over again, man. So I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just go on Craigslist, find somebody that's just looking at, you know, give somebody a job, pay me, and send me on about my way, man. So I went on Craigslist, and I found it took a little while, you know. I sent some resumes out, you know. I sent my resume out to a few people. Some people did have a little application, but, you know, it wasn't nothing major, just something simple. But I saw one job, and it said, I'm looking for a special person. I don't want your resume. I don't want you to do no application. I'm not going to even check your background. I want somebody that can pique my interest by sending me like a paragraph about yourself. Now, me, you know, I'm like, I ain't never seen nothing like this before, man. Like, you know, I'm used to sitting here lying and trying to pretend like I'm, you know, super employee and all that. But this person just said, keep it real with them. Just send them something about yourself. So I say, cool, man, let me do this, man. I ain't got nothing else to do. So I go, you know, I fire up my phone, man, and I go to a little notepad or whatever, and I just start writing, man. I tell them just like this. I say, look, you know, I'm in my 20s. I ain't had a job in a minute, and I want a job real bad because I want some money, because it's hard to get you a girl when you ain't got no money. So, you know, I need some money, because it's this girl I want to take out, and I've been trying to beat around the bush, acting like I'm busy and stuff, but I really ain't took her out because I ain't had the money. So, you know, I want some money, so I can go ahead and take this girl out, and I think that, you know, she might be the one. You know, and then, you know, at the end I said, and you know, I gotta give the Lord his peace. You know, I gotta go up in church, put something in the plate, man. I'm tired of, you know, just touching the plate like I've dropped something in there, but I ain't really dropped nothing in there for real, man. So that's all I put on the paper, man. And I mean on the little document I did. So I went on, emailed it to him, and you know, I just went on about my day, man. I think I did a few more apps or whatever, and after that it was late, man. So I went on and laid it on down. Now, when I woke up the next morning, I realized I got a message back. Now, the message came in at 3:33 in the morning, and it was 2 of them. Now, the first one said, thank you for, thank you for your response, and we'll get back to you in the next message. I'm like, okay, that's weird, man. How you gonna send me a message telling me to look at the next message? But whatever, man. So I went and looked at the second email. They both came in at 3:33. In the morning, and the message said, out of all the replies I got, yours was the one that piqued my interest the most. And then it gave me a phone number to call and an address to go to. It said, please be here today. And it gave me the time. It said come in at I think it was about 1:30, somewhere around there. So I'm like, oh snap, man. Shoot. Let me go ahead and get ready, man. So, I jumped up and got ready, started, getting my clothes on. I was trying to figure out, should I dress up, full suit and tie or whatever. And I said, man, I'm just gonna keep it real, man. I ain't finna go put on no tie and all. I put on like some khakis and a button up. And I said, I'm just gonna keep it real with them. So I went on down there, and when I got to where the GPS took me to, it was a dirt road, and I'm like, dang, a dirt road, man. So, and I stay in Atlanta, man. So you got a dirt road every now and then here in Atlanta, man. So I hurried up, I put I saw a mailbox with the address on it, so I said, okay, this is it, man. So I went on down the road. Now I got on the phone because I done went down this road about a mile, and I ain't seen nobody, nothing yet, man. So I just kept going and kept going. So I called when nobody picked up the phone. So I said, man, you know what? I'm finna turn around, man, because I'm not getting anywhere, man. So now when I'm getting ready to turn the car around, when I get a phone call, it's from the number I had been calling, for the job. So they say, come on down, it's just keep coming. I know it's a little ways down, but just keep coming. So I keep going. Now the road get real tight. Now at this part of the road, it's nowhere for me to turn around. It's nowhere for me to, it's like, if you stuck, you just stuck, man. Trees on both sides, and then the road kind of like dipped off like a little cliff, man. Not a big cliff like a mountain, but like a little ditch on the side. So you had to be careful in the mud just to get down it. So while I'm sitting here coming down the road, I see some headlights down the road, man, like some, and it wasn't dark because it was still daytime, but so the trees were so thick that it was actually kind of dark coming down this road, man. So while I'm coming down the road, I see some headlights on. And I say, okay, all right, cool, there goes somebody. But the headlights it was the car that made it so creepy, man. It was an old truck, man, like an old 1950s, 60s truck or something, man, like what the 18-wheelers used to look like. And it was rusted. It was toe up, man. It was coming at me. That mug just coming down the path, and I'm like, ain't no way we both finna fit down here. Now I ain't finna, keep going and running straight ahead into no truck. So I throw it in reverse. I throw it in reverse, man. I'm moving, boy. I'm moving down that path backward, man. I ain't never drove backwards that fast in my whole life, man. So I'm moving it, hitting it, trying not to go off on the side the best I can, man. And that truck coming, and while he coming, he hitting that horn. Burn, burn, burn. Hitting it just like that while he coming, man. And I'm flying in reverse. So now, I messed around, and he got so close. I'm talking about he got so close on me that I couldn't even see the windshield. All I could see was his grill. Is how close he was to me. And he's still up on that horn. Burn, burn, burn. So now, man, I messed up, man. I got, I backed in through the ditch. Now I had my back tire on the ditch, and I'm still trying to go, and I'm trying to turn and get up out that ditch, man. But I got stuck, and I hit a tree or something, man. So when I hit the tree, he came and hit me. My car was stuck between the truck and the tree. I ain't had nothing on me. I ain't had no pistol. I ain't had no knife. I ain't had nothing on me, man. So I'm just looking around the car, just trying to find a weapon or something, because this guy right here trying to kill me, man. So I go for the cell phone, and I dial 911, and the phone ringing, and the police picking up. But now while the police pick up, I say, I'm out here, I'm stuck, man. I'm out here in the woods. I'm way out here, man. So I'm trying to, look for the address in my text messages, because I couldn't remember it by heart. And I see that truck door fly open, creaked open. And I don't know what got out of that truck, but it was big, and it was dark, and it looked like it was ready to tear me apart, man. Now, I'm still just like, oh my God, Lord Jesus, I gotta get something. Oh my God, what I'm gonna do? So I'm just looking, oh Lord Jesus, please, Lord Jesus, help me get up out of this. Lord Jesus, help me get up out of this one time. Lord, I promise I'll do right, man. Oh, I promise I'll do right. So I started looking around the car, man. I ain't got nothing in there. The only thing I had up in the car was a bottle of the spray you use to clean the seats, man. So I'm like, okay, this is all I got, man. Maybe I could spray it in his eyes or something, man. So I go to open the door. I open the door up, and I'm trying to get out the car. Dang, snatch myself, still had the seatbelt on, man. So I'm like, oh shoot, now I take the seatbelt off, and I make my way up out the car, and I still couldn't get a real good look at him. But this guy was huge, man. This guy was so big, man. It looked like Shaq sitting up in that truck, man. And I started to I said, well, dang, I think I might got a crowbar, something, a 4-way up in the back of the car. So I hit the trunk button real quick on my way out, and I run around to the back. The trunk come open, I reach in there, and I said, man, I know I got something in here. It got to be something up in here, man. So I'm starting looking. I'm looking for the 4-way, the thing you use to take the tires off. And I finally, lay my hand on it, man. And that guy came around that side of that car. Man, this guy was huge, man. He had to be about 7 feet tall. His head was like a big chocolate watermelon, man. This guy's head was huge, man. Big old wide nose, big old pink lips, big old double chin, man. And he had bald head and eyes, man, big. You couldn't even barely could see his eyes, because the fat lumps from his eyebrows was hanging down over his eyes, man. Big wide shoulders and everything, and hands. His hands looked like baseball mitts. And he reached down and he grabbed my arm while I was trying to grab that 4-way, and he squeezed my arm, and he took his other hand, and like the Indian burns we used to do when we was kids, he took his 2 hands, and his hands was dry, man. This guy's hands was dry as some sandpaper, man. His hands felt like 2 big pieces, 2 baseball gloves lined with sandpaper. And he took his 2 hands and he wrenched them on my arm, man. And when he got done, I just saw my whole arm was ashy, man. He rubbed all the moisture out of my arm, man. Nothing but ash was left. So I screamed, man. I screamed. Ooh, I screamed. Not screamed just out of scare, but I screamed because that junk hurted, man. So I took the spray that I had in my other hand and sprayed him right in the eyes, man. Now, it was enough. He made a big grunt sound and covered up his face. And that gave me just the time I needed to get away from him, man. So I snatched away from him real quick, and I started hitting him. Boy, I'm hitting it down that path, man. It's gravel and stuff, gravel, and then it got the little holes in the gravel, man. So it's got some muddy parts up and through there too, man. So while I'm moving, I'm trying to look back just to see was he still coming, because I had a long way to go, man. I know I had at least a good mile and a half before I even got to the street. And then once I got to the main street, it wasn't like it was no real busy street. So I only saw a couple of cars, when I was on the street, man. So I'm hitting it, man. Now, I'm like, okay, all right, maybe I'm good. I started getting tired. I ain't the most, the smallest individual myself, man. So, I started getting tired, man. Now, while I'm sitting here getting tired, I start hearing boom, 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 boom. I said, gosh, dog, I already know what it is. Man, I turned around, and that big joker was coming at me he was coming like a big tornado, man. Just tearing, he coming, and he kicking up gravel. This gravel kicking up, dust flying. This guy coming down this path like a dang. Oh, he coming down this thing like a Tasmanian devil, man. Tongue hanging all out his mouth, slob and stuff just flying everywhere, man. So I start running like I ain't never ran before, man. I'm talking about, I'm running so fast, I feel my feet kicking me in my own booty how fast I'm running, man. So I'm going, hitting it, boy, hitting it, man. I'm running so fast, my head leaning back from the wind blowing in it, man. And that whole time, he's still coming. Boom, 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 boom. He just coming, man. Now, I said, man, I'm going to have to duck off into the woods. Because he was like within arm's reach of me, man. Like he started reaching out. And while I'm running, I could feel the fingertips of him just right at the back of my neck, man. So I run and jump in the woods. Now, when I jumped in the woods, I started hitting it between the trees. Now, this was kind of good for me because since he was so big, man, he was having a hard time, making it through the trees. So I looked back and I just seen him looking at me, man, with a look of just, man, I never seen such hate and rage up in somebody's face before, man. It was ridiculous. It don't make no sense. So now I'm hiding, man. I'm making my way through the woods, but I'm taking my time too. So I'm trying to hide behind some trees and move on the low, man. Keep it down low, hiding some of these bushes and stuff. Now I finally found a little spot, man. I had to stop my heart and stuff. My wind finally caught up with me, man. I got tired now. So I'm looking and I'm trying my best to not just be sucking wind and hyperventilating or whatever as they call it, man. I'm just trying to keep it, keep it down, man. Keep it down. So I hear in the woods, man. When you're in the woods by yourself, every sound like the end of the world, man. So I heard and oh man, my butt cheeks got so tight, man. I said, ooh, this is it right here. But it was just a dang squirrel, man. I don't know if the squirrels must have been on his side, and they was trying to tell him where I was at, because they just running up and down and jumping off trees and just all kind of stuff, man. So now, I finally start to get my breath to calm down a little bit. I'm jacked up, man. So I said, okay, I gotta go. I gotta keep moving, man. So now I realized this whole time, I had called the police. I had never said nothing to them. I was so dang, I didn't never give them the address. So, I realized, I guess I had hung up, or they hung up on me or whatever by now. I don't know. So I called back. I got the address, and I called back this time. Now this time, the officer, they answered, and I said, look, I need 12 right now. I need y'all to come on out here, man. I'm out here, it's such and such road, and it's this long dirt road, and while I'm headed down the road, man, this big this big African Frankenstein or something and came, and he didn't grab me, man. He put hands on me, y'all. Man, look, y'all got to come out here right now. Send everybody you got, because you're going to need everybody to hold this guy down, man. They don't make handcuffs big enough for him. So bring the shotguns, bring the M16s, bring all that junk down here right now. So the officer, she said, we got people on the way. Hold tight. It's gonna be a minute because you out there in the boondocks. Now while I'm sitting here waiting, man, I heard a tree crack in half, man. Just like like wood just being ripped apart, man. And when I turned around, I saw that big joker standing behind me with a whole tree in his hand. Man, look, this guy had a whole tree holding it like a baseball bat. Man, he swung that tree. Boom! Tree hit against the tree I was taking on. That junk hit like, I ain't never seen nothing hit like that. This guy walking through here like he Barry Bonds with a dang tree trying to hit me with it, man. So I take off running again, man. Now while I'm running, he's still coming behind me with that tree, and he threw it at me. Through that tree it came. I ducked, man. I ducked behind this big old oak type tree, man. That's the only thing, man. If it wasn't for that, he'd have knocked my head clean off, man. So I keep running, man, and I keep running, and now I see the street, man. So I done ran all the way back to the dang main road, man. So now when I come to the main road, I see a couple of cars out there, and I could hear the police sirens, on down the way, man. So I'm hearing the sirens get closer and closer, and I turn around, just to see where the big chocolate Frankenstein at, man. And I ain't see him no more. I don't know what. I guess he must have heard the sirens too, man, and he went on and got on about his way, man. So when the police went and they went back down the path, they saw my car, and they didn't see, they didn't see his truck, and they kept going down to see, what was down. They said at the end of the road was an old warehouse full of a bunch of old trucks and old stuff, man. So they didn't see nobody down there. They said had nobody worked down there for 20, 30 years or something. And they said they don't know who sent me that, but it must have been a setup. So, they got the tow truck to come and help me get my car up out the ditch, man. And I got up out of there, man. And to this day, I'm still looking for a job. But, I'm gonna get my job on. I'm gonna go on Indeed or one of them sites, man. And I go to the jobs and do the applications in front of them now. And I only go to, McDonald's and Wal, and we got to be places, Kroger, and it got to be places that I can go in and see and talk to the people. But if your job ain't some national chain or whatever, I don't want it, man. So the moral of the story is, man, be careful when you do your job applications, and stay up off of Craigslist, because ain't nothing but creeps up on there. They need to change that junk to creeps list on my mama.
Chilling tales for dark nights.